I'm going to do my second bean video, and I'm going to try to do it so that there's no questions asked, because my first baked bean video I left a lot of unanswered questions. So let's do some baked beans. Let's change the recipe up just a little, and let's see how it turns out. And my beans is Thompson's. And folks, it's this simple in Newfoundland. The recipe is right there. See? It's no harder than that. But there's a lot more to baking beans than just reading the recipe. I've been trying beans for, I'm going to say, I tried beans for a full year. So there's more to it than just reading the recipe and following it. So follow along. It is 12 o'clock in the night now. And I'm getting ready to turn in for the night. And I want baked beans for morning. So, if I want baked beans in the morning, I gotta get them covered in 5 cups of water. One, two, three, four, and this is 5. So after soak overnight, so the recipe will be starting off in the morning. So this is going to sit on the counter on the stove top where I goes to bed. So my beans is in soak, and if you want to really follow along, I'm going to change the recipe up a bit. And I think because of a chance by meeting someone down the store just a couple of days ago, he told me what to do with the beans, and it adds different flavor to them. So I'm definitely going to try that. So stay tuned if you're interested in learning how to make Newfoundland baked beans, but with a different twist. So I think I'm going to be calling them, I think the title of these beans is going to be Saltwater Cowboy Beans. Stay tuned. Let's have a shot. Hope you enjoy. See you in a bit. Well, actually, see you tomorrow. Beans covered for the night. This old feller's going to bed. It is cold enough to freeze you out. The snow is piling up outside. We're just after having another big batch of snow. So, anyway, I'll catch you in the kitchen tomorrow. Have a good one. See you in a bit. Bye. So, good morning. The beans have been soaked all night. And now they're ready to go in the pot and get boiled. So I'm going to just strain this water off. They were soaking in. That was a full pack of Thompson's beans and 5 cups of water. So I threw the water away that they were soaking in. I'm going to fill up with water again. And we're going to boil them now. The beans is going to go on the boil until they lose their hardness. So I like to boil for at least 30 minutes. So now I'm going to put a little wee bit of salt in there because most of the stuff in the recipe got salt. So just a little. There we go. this is on we go. And we're looking for at least a 30 to 35 minute boil. And after the boil is over and the beans has gone to their softness that you desire them to be when you eat them, then this is, we add them to the roaster and add the rest of the ingredients. So stand by and enjoy the video. And come today and make beans with me. So the beans just started a nice rolling boil, and it's 9:13. So we're going to give them at least quarter to 10. Turn down the heat a bit. I turned it down too far. I turned it up a bit more. So I reset the heat, let my beans boil, and in the meantime I am picking the ingredients off the bag and getting it put in containers for a quick access for when it comes to. Now the change that we're going to make today is this. This is supposed to be a quarter cup of molasses, but instead it's a quarter cup of Bullseye barbecue chicken rib, or whatever barbecue sauce you prefer. I like the Bullseye barbecue. It got the smoky flavor. So I'm getting my ingredients lined up so I can get ready for when the beans goes in the roaster. My pussycats, I got the cupboard doors left open. My pussycats was just fed. Good morning, Chloe. And good morning, baby. So the pussycats was just fed, and I'm going to get this done so we can make it way quicker in the video. So as I'm gathering the ingredients together, I need to chop a medium onion. Well, I had half of a medium onion in the fridge, so I just went and got another half. So let me get this peeled. If my son was coming there for some of these beans, Dad wouldn't be able to put onions in them. He's not an onion person. Hold a knife like this with the knuckle. Keep the fingers tucked in so that you're cutting. There we go. So I think that we got most of the ingredients really. Onion. This will be one medium one, so there we go. Onion, quarter pack of bacon, and some salt pork. Salt pork, quarter cup of molasses, quarter cup of whatever sauce you like. For me, it was the Bullseye barbecue. Mustard, brown sugar, apple cider vinegar, salt. Now with the salt into the pork fat, I'm not going to use a lot of that salt. So over on the stove, I got the I said we're changing it up today. So over on the stove, I got ground beef. And I'll let that look. Whoa, wrong way. There we go. Ground beef frying out. I'm gonna add this to the beans as well. So I'll fry out that ground beef. You know what? Because I likes the sweetness that comes out of the onion. I think I'm going to take a few of them and add them to that. Caramelize that mini along with the ground beef. So get your ground beef cooked up. It's only like half a pack. So when we get ready to put all this together, I'll definitely set you up so you can watch what I'm at. So here are all the ingredients laid in front of me, so this won't take a whole long time. The beans were soaked overnight, boiled for probably 35 minutes. Burners are off, so it's time for my beans to now go into my Dutch oven. So I don't strain them, I just strain the water away. So remember now, we started off with 1 pack of Thompson's beans. They're right there. And the recipe is on the bag. You can do everything that's on the bag, go. Let's get the liquor, excess liquor drained off. So there's gorgeous. And the last video I made a double batch. Because I'm trying a new recipe, I just want to do a single batch. Not because I doubt the recipe, because according to what I was told, it is a good recipe. But I just wanted to give it a try. So, beans are in. Beans are in the Dutch oven. Now, start. We got 1/4 cup Crosby's molasses. This serving is big enough, it says, for 8 or 2. Let's get every bit of that goodness down on them beans. Don't want to waste none of it. So there's the molasses. Add it. Apple cider vinegar. Nice. Oh, the smell's starting. Brown sugar. Now brown sugar, my brown sugar's hard, but it won't long soften it up when it gets in that heat. There's a saying in Newfoundland, brown sugar's hard as meat. Soften up. When it gets stuck in with them beans now, it's going to go right soft. And I'll be able to stir it in and incorporate it. Now, I got mustard. By the way, I will put the video in the description. Now this is a little different than what the package says to do with beans. This is a little tad, wee bit different. And I was told to do this by a fellow home cook like myself, I guess, because he was excited to tell me that he does this with his beans. So Navin Youngs from Burlington, this is how you told me how to make cowboy beans. So instead of using the ketchup, I'm switching it out for bullseye barbecue sauce. Now I enjoy the smell of bullseye barbecue, and it's replacing the ketchup. So oh, the hickory smell from that is nice. Now I'm going to stir this in as well. Get this almost stirred in. Now, time to add the onion, the bacon bits, get them broke apart there. Shift over. The bacon bits needs to be incorporated in it as well. Now, I didn't put in my last beans, and this is salt pork cubes or scrunchions, and because there's a salt, I will not be using any salt in the recipe. So salt? No. Already enough salt in that. So I'm going to bring you over and let you put it down in that pot so you see how good that's looking. Give me a second. Oh. So, have a look at that, folks. Now the wife gave me I don't know what to call it. It holds my camera on. Now that's what I do is with it. It holds my camera nice and level. So, now the difference in this recipe is this as well. Let's get these fellows incorporated with all that goodness. So Navin called this, Navin Youngs of Burlington, he called this cowboy beans. But because I'm from the East Coast, I'm going to call it saltwater cowboy beans. I wouldn't say you mind's Navin that if I call this saltwater cowboy beans. But let's get all the goodness stirred in. Now I add a little pinch of salt to put in this, but no, I'm not going to, because of the fact that there's pork scrunchions in there, and Mr. Pork Scrunchions really is salt enough. So now before you put your beans in the oven, you gotta cover them in water. So you might, it took 5 cups of water to soak them. It might take 5 cups to get them going. Flood it. Now just wash the water a little bit over them, eh? Just stir a little wee bit. Make sure that water goes down through them beans. Boy, this is going to be some supper, what? Bring the water up, floating over your beans. A little wee bit more. I want some actually covering. There we go, looking better. There we go. So there's the beans. So the beans are done, ready for the oven. Now these beans are going in the oven for like 6-7 hours on 250. So the oven is preheated to 250 and they go. Now this old fella got to clean up his kitchen. We check the beans periodically throughout the day and we'll let you know how they're doing. In the meantime, I'm going to get some dishes done and you keep following because we're going to see how these Saltwater Cowboy beans really turns out. Be back in a bit. Baked beans are in the oven. It is 10:15. I got snow to go out around the driveway and clean up, and before I do, I'm gonna enjoy some heavenly rhubarb jam. I grows my own rhubarb in the garden, and the wife makes a wonderful jam out of it in the void. So it also says there, the beans will not get no tenderer. Okay, so add 5 cups cold water, cover, heat to boiling. Then simmer 30 minutes or until nearly tender. Beans will not become any softer once placed in the oven. So it's good to follow a recipe. And the last pot of beans I made was delish. This was a definitely new recipe that I wanted to try. Thanks to the chance of meeting Nave Youngs in Burlington down at Clayton's store, and he said take out your ketchup, put in whatever barbecue sauce that flavor you likes the best, and for me that's bullseye. And he said if you really want to mix it up, add half a pack of ground beef. So I'm doing it, Nathan. I'm going to let you know, and I hope you watch the video, and I'm going to let you know how this turns out, buddy. Okay, keep following everyone. We'll see you in a little bit. So it is 2:30 and it's ready for another stir, and probably add a little bit of water. But we'll get her stirred first. Looks awful good to me, Mom. So, back in the oven. So the beans is, as far as I'm concerned, done, ready. So, I've had them in the oven for an hour with the cover off. So, oven's gone cancelled. And it's now 5:15 in the evening. Oh. Now, I'm going to bring you over for a look. When I stirs these, I want you to have a look at them. Oh, here's a nice plate. See if I can sit this up right. There we go. From here and take, so with the beans is out of the pot, we're going to garnish them. This is just a taste test for me. That gorgeous looking. Hi buddy, what you doing? So this is the beans, folks. Saltwater Cowboy Baked Beans. So I'm gonna have a taste test. Hold on a minute. So the beans is done. I got a taste test took out. And it's a little bit different of a recipe. Thanks again, Nathan, for the heads up on swapping out the ketchup with the barbecue sauce of your choice. So, time for the dive into it nice and steaming. So I'm going to name these beans Saltwater Cowboy Beans. They said they're named Cowboy Beans, so I'm going to call them Saltwater Cowboy Beans because I'm from the East Coast. So if you're interested in this recipe, I'll stick it in the description down below. And listen, while you're here watching the video, enjoying the recipe, push subscribe. Subscribe to the channel. It lets me know that you're out there and you're watching my content. Anyway, from Bob, I hope this recipe reaches you. I hope you try it and I hope you enjoy it. And my little dog is going crazy for a taste of it. Smoky mountain flavor from the barbecue sauce. The bullseye barbecue sauce is penetrated through the beans. The beef, hamburger beef, fried up is a good added touch. It's a nice added touch to the beans. I never crunched a couple of these because I had a filling in them. That was, of course, hamburger beef. So they look delicious. And I hope you try them. From Bob, the Newfoundland gardener, we'll grow on the rock when the summer comes. Have a good one, everyone. Oh, I think the wife's going to love these. Thanks for being a big part of the Newfoundland gardener. Thanks for following us on YouTube. Bob and Newfoundland gardener. Just keep growing on the rock. Have a good one, everyone.